a bigger circle, okay, and keep doing the stretching. Okay, keep doing the stretching while I'm talking, and so I think it's a good time to remind everybody for a couple of things what we doing and what we are standing. We said that also that the only disability in life is bad attitude. Okay, we always choose to be positive, regardless of score, regardless of circumstances. Okay, we treat everyone with respect. We were talking about that yesterday. We even respect those individuals, teams, officials who we feel don't respect us. I can tell you a lot of great examples what happened in this championship. How our former fencers will be there and cheering for you, be hit on the street. So many times, you know, I was so proud what they did and how they act on the street. And I want to have the same thing, and it's not result related. Okay? Monica is sick. Right. Yeah, let's get together, everybody. Yeah.
All right. I think we should do the Tigers.
Let's just do
1,
the
2,
usual.
3.
Freshmen.
Yeah. All right. 4, 5, 6. Get your hands in. Everybody, let's get close. Get close. We're gonna do a roo-roo. Get close. Touch somebody. Go to the very touch somebody. Touch somebody. Oh, baby. All right. I'll count them. Start low and get hot. Start low and get hot.
Hi, my name is Gracie Stone. I am currently a junior in the politics department here at Princeton, and I'm a member of the women's fencing team. There's saber, epee, and foil. I'm personally a little biased. I think saber's the best. My weapon of choice is saber. The target is actually only waist up. You can hit with any side of your weapon. And for all three weapons now, modern day sport, it's very nice because we have an electrical system which indicates whether or not you've touched, so it's a lot easier for the referees. So this is how you hold a saber. It seems rather unnatural at first, but I'm used to it by now. You put your thumb on this part of the weapon. It's flat on this side and curved around. So this is my outer jacket. It's called a lame in saber, and it's rather necessary for the whole electrical system to work. So you have a under layer that's protective, and then this goes on the very outside. And if you look very closely, they're actually, one of the reasons it's silver and shiny from a distance is because if you look very closely, it's actually filled with little metallic threads. So this is my saber mask. It's also made entirely out of metal, both to protect you and to be able to conduct if your opponent hits you. It's the exact same thing really, in that it's really just a cotton material with thousands of little metallic threads. So it's a lot of fun being on a college team and watching the other the other weapons, which are almost like different sports. And if I tried to do them, I would be terrible and it would look really silly.
Hi, I'm Rodney Chen. I am a junior and I fence foil on the Princeton varsity fencing team. So the object of foil is to hit the opponent on the torso, and whereas in saber the arms were also included as target area, when you fence foil it's really limited to just the torso. And if you hit anywhere else, say the arms, the legs, or the, it would be the mask, it would be counted as off target, no points scored, and you would restart the match until somebody scored a touch. This is just a basic foil. So there's basically 3 components to any foil. You have the handle, which is this black area here, a bell guard, which is this sort of metal disc right in front of the handle, and then the actual blade. How you would kind of grip this is you would basically just hold it with your thumb and index at the very front and sort of let your fingers naturally fall into place along the length of the handle. essentially you and your opponent are sort of linked in this giant circuit. So you have these two wires essentially coming from this socket down at the base, leading up all the way through the blade and into the tip. And how you complete the circuit is you just simply press down on the tips, or like pressing down on a button or a buzzer, and if it lands on the torso, which is basically covered in a metallic vest, you complete the circuit and you get a colored light.
My name is Alex House. I'm a sophomore on the fencing team, and I fence épée. Épée is a little different than foil and saber. Like foil, you have to hit with the tip of the weapon. You can't slash with the side. But unlike foil, you can hit anywhere on the body, so not just the torso. You can hit feet, legs, arms, face, chest, anything. So this is my épée. I use a pistol grip, which is more common. It allows you to have really good point control and strength. Some people use a different kind of grip, called a French grip, which is longer. You can hold it at the end, gives you a little extra reach, but you sacrifice a little bit of the strength. You know, we have a wire going through our jacket and connected to the scoring machine. It turns the light on. So in order to score that point, you need to hit with enough force to compress that spring.
Starting at the second day of Ivies, we fenced Penn, Brown, and Harvard. We had a team meeting the day before because we ended up dropping a very close competitive match to Columbia. And so we had a big team meeting and we were just talking about things that went wrong, things that were right, talking about how we felt as a group, because it's so dependent on the moment and how you're feeling, and if you were feeling connected to your team and if you're happy about it, and if you don't let your personal performance, if it happens to be poor, affect you into the future and you kind of can shake it off. So we were excited going against Penn. We actually ended up dropping it, I think, by 1 bout or 2 bouts, which was very frustrating. I personally performed very poorly against them, so I felt badly afterwards. Because you shouldn't do that as a team because it's a cumulative score, but you always think if you dropped it by a few bouts, you think, oh, well, I dropped a few bouts, what if that hadn't happened? And everyone's thinking it. But there were a lot of really good performances as well, especially from the freshmen. Then after Penn, we had a big team huddle. We were like, all right, guys, we really need to fight and get it, like, bring it back. Let's make ourselves proud about how we're fencing right now, because everyone worked so hard the entire season. Our season started in November. Against Brown, we were really happy because the bout is determined by whoever reaches the 14th bout first. And usually it's pretty close, like 14-12, 14-10, something like that. And it was actually 14-0 when we reached 14 because we were all so focused and kind of angry after Penn. And that felt very good. And then it was revving us up for Harvard, which is a big competition for us. And they're very, very good. And it can definitely go both ways depending on the day. So it was nice to have that before Harvard as a good confidence boost again. Then we headed into Harvard, and I think we all fenced really, really well against them. Again, the freshmen really pulled it out. a lot of fun to finish off the day like that. And then as soon as we finished against Harvard, the women actually finished first. We ran over and we all started cheering for the guys because it ended up being 14-13. We lost it, or 13-14. And it came down to just that one bout, and it was so close. And we were actually behind, I think it was 13-11, and we brought it back to 13-all, and then ended up dropping it at the end. But it was really, really fun to cheer for that, and all of the guys also fenced so well that day. Everyone was really excited, and I think angry that we lost to Columbia, so it really helped the second day to really perform our best. And it was a good way to end the tournament, so that we were excited to then go into regionals and head towards NCAAs, because all of the teams practice so much and have very good individual performers, and it depends so much on that day and how you're feeling as a team. So it was a very nice way to end it as we head into NCAAs.